Not all differential equations can be solved by separation of variables. For example, dy dx equals x plus y. You simply can't separate the variables here. The solution? A powerful technique called the integrating factor. Let's fast track it. Here's the problem with separation. It works for equations where the variables can be isolated on each side. For example, if you have dy dx equals x times y, you can divide both sides by y and multiply both sides by dx. But it fails for equations where x and y are intertwined. For instance, if you have dy dx equals x plus y, you won't be able to separate the variables. So a new method is required. A first-order linear ordinary differential equation has the standard form dy dx plus p of x times y equals q of x. The integrating factor is defined as mu of x, and that will be equal to e to the power integral of p of x dx. You'll need to multiply the entire equation by mu of x, and the left side will collapse into a single derivative. So the left side will become the derivative with respect to x of mu of x times y, and that will be equal to mu of x times qx. Here's the method at a glance. When you have a first-order linear differential equation, you will need to rewrite it in standard form. So that is dy dx plus p of xy equals qx. So you'll then be able to identify and compute the integrating factor, which will be e to the power integral of p of x dx. Then you'll multiply both sides by your integrating factor mu of x, and then recognize the derivative, integrate both sides, and solve for y. Let's see how this applies. In this first example, we want to solve x y prime plus 2y equals x squared. So the first step will be to rewrite this in standard form. So in this case, we'll divide everything by x so that we have y prime simply, plus 2 divided by x is 2 over x times y, equals x squared divided by x is x. So now we have our equation in standard form. So in this case, p of x is 2 over x and q of x is x. We can now find the integrating factor. So mu of x will be equal to e to the power integral of 2 over x dx, which was our p of x. The integral of 2 over x with respect to x is 2 ln x, which could be rewritten as ln x squared. So e to the power ln x squared is simply x squared. Now we can multiply both sides by x squared, which is our integrating factor. So our equation from standard form becomes x squared times y plus 2 over x times x squared is 2x times y equals x times x squared is x cubed. So we didn't change the equation, we simply multiply by the integrating factor. Now we can recognize that this left side is the same as the derivative of x squared y with respect to x, because we have x squared times derivative of y plus derivative of x squared, which is 2x times y. So this is the product rule. So that will be equal to x cubed. Now we can integrate both sides. The integral of the x squared y with respect to x will be x squared y, and then the integral of x cubed with respect to x will be x to the power 4 over 4 plus c. We can now solve for y by dividing both sides by x squared. So y will be equal to x to the power 4 over 4 divided by x squared is x squared over 4, and c divided by x squared is simply c over x squared. So your solution will be y equals x squared over 4 plus c over x squared. In example 2, we'll solve y prime plus y equals e to the power 3x. So first, this is already in standard form. Px in this case is 1 and q of x is e to the power 3x. So if p of x is 1, the integrating factor mu of x will be equal to e to the power integral of 1 dx, and that will simply be e to the power x. We can now multiply both sides by e to the power x. So that will be e to the power x y prime plus e to the power x times y equals e to the power 3x times e to the power x will be e to the power 4x. So we can rewrite the left side as d dx of e to the power xy, and that would be equal to e to the power 4x. Now integrating both sides, this integral will become simply e to the power x times y, and the antiderivative of e to the power 4x with respect to x will be e to the power 4x over 4 plus c. In order to solve for y, we need to isolate it, so we'll need to divide both sides by e to the power x. So y will be equal to e to the power 3x over 4 plus c over e to the power x, which is the same as c e to the power negative x. In this next example, we have what we call an initial value problem. So we want to solve y prime minus 3x squared y equals 6x squared, but in this case we have a condition y of 0 must be equal to 1. So let's see how that applies. First, our equation is already in standard form, so we can identify p of x in this case is negative 3x squared. So we can find our integrating factor. That will be mu of x is equal to e to the power negative 3x squared dx. The antiderivative of negative 3x squared with respect to x is negative x cubed. So our integrating factor is e to the power negative x cubed. Now we can multiply both sides of the equation and recognize that this left side will be equal to the derivative with respect to x of e to the power negative x cubed y. And the right hand side will become 6x squared times e to the power negative x cubed. Integrating both sides, this left side will become e to the power negative x cubed y, but in order to integrate the right side, we'll need to use substitution. If we let u be the exponent here, negative x cubed, du will be negative 3x squared dx. We can simply multiply by a negative 2 in order to get 6x squared dx. So this integral becomes negative 2 e to the power negative x cubed plus c. Finally, to solve for y, you'll need to divide both sides by e to the power negative x cubed. So y will be equal to negative 2 plus c e to the power positive x cubed. Now let's use our initial condition. Y of 0 equals 1, meaning when x equals 0, y will be equal to 1. So if we substitute y for 1 here and x for 0, 1 will be equal to negative 2 plus c. Solving for c, c will be equal to 3. So our final answer will be y equals negative 2 plus 3 e to the power x cubed. Here's your challenge for today. Try this before checking the solution. Solve y prime plus 2y equals e to the power negative x. So first you need to make sure it is in standard form, and then find the integrating factor. So here's your solution. In this case, p of x is 2, so your integrating factor will be e to the power integral of 2 dx, which will be e to the power 2x. If you multiply both sides by your integrating factor, the left side will become the derivative of e to the power 2xy with respect to x, and that will be equal to e to the power 2x times e to the power negative x will be e to the power x. Integrating both sides, the left side will become e to the power 2xy, and that will be equal to the integral of e to the power x with respect to x is e to the power x plus c. Solving for y, you'll need to divide both sides by e to the power 2x, and the y will be equal to e to the power negative x plus c e to the power negative 2x. In conclusion, remember the 4 steps. First, you need to put your linear differential equation in standard form. We write as dy dx plus p of x y equals q of x before anything else. Then you'll be able to find the integrating factor. Mu of x equals e to the power integral of p of x dx. Then you'll multiply and recognize that the left side will be the derivative of mu of x y with respect to x, and the right hand side will be mu of x times q of x. Then you can integrate both sides and solve for y. Apply the initial condition if given. Not all differential equations can be separated, but the integrating factor method works for all first-order linear differential equations. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to keep learning with us. And don't forget, math success starts when you stay on the fast track.